Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Mark 45 figure, and it is from Age of Ultron, and this is Iron Man 45 diecast series from Hot Toys, and this is the box. So let's get the figure out, and let's take a look at all the accessories as well. Alright, and here's Mark 45 outside the packaging and all the accessories. So let's go over the accessories first. We have repulsor blast hands with firing effects. And now we have a battle damage chest piece, repulsor blast hands without the firing effects. We have a pair of fists and a pair of articulated hands, and a pair of effect pieces for the feet, and then these two beams. These are for the forearms, and then we have a sentry. I think that's what these things are called. Yeah, the sentries. And this one that's pretty much dead, but the eyes are still red. And this is basically just a rubber piece, a soft plastic piece. Well, yeah, it's not like super hard, but yeah. And then we have the base with the bendy rod. It also comes with a metal rod, a rigid metal rod with a little a crotch lifter thing for him, which I found kind of useless because this is a die-cast piece. You want to secure it with a clamp around his waist. And a complaint I have is how small the space really is. For him to stand on this, it's gonna be pretty tough for you to clamp onto his waist while he's standing on this base. And this extra piece doesn't help either. I mean, it's a nice accessory, but you're gonna have to put him to the side somewhere because he's not. This thing's not gonna be able to go on this base while the figure's on it. And this is how I displayed my Mark 45, because I definitely want him to be clamped onto this base here, just to be secured, because I don't trust those ankle joints, because I think eventually he's going to topple over if you're not careful. So I definitely want him to be clamped onto something and stand pretty firm onto this base. But another annoying thing is this little rock right here. Back here, it's sticking up, which limits where he can stand now, because he can't put his other foot here, because he's not going to be on the ground. So decide to let him stand like this. And the spot where they put this hole here, it's I don't know what they were thinking, putting it here, because it does limit a lot where you could have them stand. So I had to basically bend this wire all the way over here in order for me to securely clamp him down. So yeah, this is how I have this bendy rod. And the clamp is not even straight. It's actually at an angle. It's slanted downward a little bit, so in order for me to catch his waist here. Alright, in order to gain access to the battery compartment and to turn on the lights, you basically have to remove 4 pieces. In order to do that, here's the forearm piece, the inner forearm piece here, and this was a pain in the ass to remove. Here you can see the battery compartment and the switch. So what I do is that I had to go through from the front here and stick this tool down here, which for some reason is not going through now. And anyway, so in order to remove this piece, basically stick this piece down here and then twist in order to pry this forearm piece open to gain access to the battery compartment. And then on the back here, with that piece, I have to stick this tool right down here to pry this piece open to gain access to the battery compartment and the switch. And on top of the head, you just need to slide this the top of this head off. It's held on by a magnet, which is a lot nicer, easier to remove. And there's the battery compartment and the switch. And there you have Mark 45 all lit up. I'm just gonna leave the this covering off for now, just so you guys can see the light. There it is, and that's it. And I don't think there are any more lights. Nothing on the back here. It would have been nice if they had lights coming on back here as well, but it's not that big of a deal, but it would have been nice if they did. And here, the forearm section, you would need that tool again to lift this piece up in order for you to put this effect pieces on. Which ways up? I guess something like that, but can't push it all the way in. Once it's in, it's gonna look like that. Quite nice. Alright, and here I got the repulsor blast hand on with the effect piece, and you can see it's lit up, but not that bright, even though this is a bright room, but you can't really see it that well, and it's not lit up properly either, because the light can't travel through, because here you can see the repulsor blast effect is up here, and then the light goes up here, goes to basically the light is going to shine through this section while this piece is all the way up like this section. So they missed the mark because you could barely see it through. The light could barely shine through this section. And as far as articulation, there are some extra things I added to this figure. Here at the forearm section, if you don't pull this piece out, if you don't pull the forearm out a little bit, the range of motion you're just going to get, it's almost 90 degrees, but once you pull the forearm forward a little bit, you can get about a little past 90 degrees as far as the range of motion. Here you can see before you pull this out, it's going to look like that. After you pull this out, you can see there's a whole extra section right here that's been lowered to give them a little better range, because now you get this whole section for clearance. And here around the waist, you have these two panels that can open up to give you a little more range, and his legs can be lowered a little bit as well. And back here, you can't see it, let me remove him. And right here, just like the Mark 42 and 43, there's a button on his butt right here. Once you press it, you can lower these legs a little bit. And once you press the button, it'll lower his waist section about that much. So he could perform the landing pose, which I find this figure to be not that useful, and it doesn't look that great either. I tried the landing pose, it doesn't look nice at all, so most likely I'm not gonna have him do that, or even lower this piece that often. And as for the abdominal section and the chest, you could pull this figure, and this section will give you a little more room, and this right here will give you a little more room. And once you pull those two pieces, those two sections, here, a little more room here and a little more room here for him to bend his midsection a bit more. And here you can see not a whole lot, but it is a little bit of something. It's better than nothing, I guess. And as for the shoulders, you could pull this whole section outward. Here you can see there's how much gap before you pull it, and after you pull it, you get that much. And then it has a little swing shoulder blade motion, so he can swing his arm forward and back a little bit as well, which is nice. And he can lift his arm about that high up, and then this piece is gonna get in the way. There. Your shoulder pad's gonna get in the way. And he only has one battle damage piece, which is the chest piece. You can remove that easily and then replace it with this one. And here he looks like without it on. A lot of intricate details on here. And there he is with it on, which he came with a few more pieces with battle damage battle damage on, but this is the only piece we're getting, and yeah. So there you go. There's the well, let's take a look at the sentry a little bit more. I don't think we go over that too much, and a good look at the sentry. Again, it's just a rubber piece with rotation around the head. That's about it. Quite neat looking. Yeah, so there it is. There's the Mark 45 from Hot Toys. Thanks for watching.